And welcome to the Play Property channel. We're opening up another expansion for Legendary. Still got a few more to kind of go through. I've actually got another 4 expansions after this one I haven't opened up yet. So we're up to the Legendary Guardians of the Galaxy. The last one I actually did the recent expansion. So, anyways, I'll give it a second and I'll open this up and then I'll get all the cards out and we'll look at them. All right. So first thing is again we got some uniqueness. Same with the end of the Cosmos expansion. We've got shards again. So it's 18 shards there, I think. Oh, you got different shard numbers, of course, on the other side. So now the instructions. So basically, we got shards. So basically, players, you get it. You can spend a shard to get +1 fighting. Villains, if they get a shard, they're +1 to their fighting ability for each shard it has. Same thing with the Masterminds. So it just makes villains and Masterminds more tougher to fight. There's also artifacts. This is different from, I think, the other artifacts, I think. I can't remember. I think it was one of the Hulk ones or something. Can't remember which. No, maybe it was Fear itself. Expansion had artifacts. But there were artifacts you kind of played them and they went to the bottom of your pile. These artifacts look like you control that artifact, and the artifacts you control stay in play. So that's a little bit different for these artifacts here. You can control multiple artifacts, the same card name, you use them, you can reveal them. You use artifacts in your showdown turn. Yeah, so there's a little bit of interesting gameplay there. Affinity Gems. So this contains a unique villain group called Affinity Gems. This represents Thanos himself. So when you defeat an Affinity Gem, they go into your discard pile as basically as an artifact, and you can play them as an artifact when you draw them back up again. There's some card clarification rules in here, which I won't get into. Yeah. So let's start off with the schemes. Let's take a look at the schemes. So what do we got here? We got Forged Infinity Gauntlet. So we got 8 twists. Always include the Infinity Gems villain group in this one. You're starting to your left and going clockwise. The first player with Infinity Gem artifact card in play or in the discard pile chooses one of those Infinity Gems to enter the city. Then put a shard in each Infinity Gem in the city. Evil wins when 6 Infinity Gem villains are in the city and or the escape pile. Evil wins when a player controls 4 Infinity Gem artifacts. That player is corrupted by power. That player wins. Evil wins, and all their players lose. That actually might not be one I might be able to play solo with. Just thinking about that, because player controls 4 Infinity Gems. Yeah, I'll have to maybe read that. That might be a thing where we can't play that one solo. Intergalactic Kree Negabomb. 8 twists. Make a face-down Negabomb deck of 6 bystanders. Twist. Shuffle those twists into the Negabomb deck, and then reveal a random card from that deck. If it's a bystander, rescue it. If it's a twist, KO it. And then you KO all heroes in HQ, and each player gains a wound. That's ouch. That's definitely a Negabomb going off. Evil wins. The 16 or non-gray heroes are in the KO pile. The Kree Skrull War. Setup 8 twists. Always include Kree, Starforce, and Skrull villain groups. Twists 1 to 7. All Kree and Skrulls escape from the city. Then if there are more Kree than Skrulls in the escape pile, stack this twist next to the Mastermind as a Kree conquest. If there are more Skrulls than Kree in the escape pile, stack this twist next to the villain deck as a Skrull conquest. Twist 8. Stack this twist on the side with the most conquest. Evil wins when there are 4 Kree conquests or 4 Skrull conquests. Then we've got Unite the Shards. 30 shards are in the supply. Twist equal to the number of players plus 5. Stack this twist. Each twist, you stack this twist next to the scheme. And for each twist in that stack, the Mastermind gains a shard. Special rules: during your turn, any number of times you may spend 2 recruitment power to gain 1 of the Mastermind shards. I like that. Evil wins when the Mastermind has 10 shards or when there are no more shards in the supply. Okay. All right, so let's look at the Masterminds. So we look at this one here first. So this one here is the Supreme Intelligence of the Kree. Now I do want to note that this and the Thanos, there is no epic side. I know I forgot to do that in one video before. I forgot to check to see if there was an epic, but there is no epic in this one. So the Supreme Intelligence of the Kree Mastermind always leads the Kree Star Force. Master Strike, the Supreme Intelligence gains a shard. Then each player reveals their hand and discards each card with cost equal to and cost 1 higher than the number of shards on the Supreme Intelligence. And then we've got combined knowledge of all Kree. Fight the Supreme Intelligence gains a shard for each Kree villain in the city and or the escape pile. Cosmic Omniscience. Fight the Supreme Intelligence gains a shard for each Master Strike in the KO pile. And Countermeasure Protocols. Supreme Intelligence gains a shard for each Mastermind tactic, including this one in any player's victory pile. And Guide Kree Evolution. Supreme Intelligence and Kree villains in the city each gain a shard. So there you go for that. So it looks like he gets a lot more powerful with the shards. You can see Thanos there. If my camera would frickin' zoom, thank you. Oh, he's a nasty 24 though. Look at that. That is brutal. So he always leads the Infinity Gems. Thanos gets -2 fighting for each Infinity Gem artifact controlled by any player. Okay, that helps. Master Strike, each player reveals their hand and puts one of their non-gray heroes next to Thanos in a Bound Souls pile. Then we get Centuries of Envy. Fight each other player discards an Infinity Gem artifact card they control. Then we got Keeper of Souls. Gain a hero from Thanos' Bound Souls pile. Then each other player puts a non-gray hero from the discard pile into Thanos' Bound Souls pile. God of Death. Each other player reveals their hand and gains a wound for each card that player has with the same card name as any other card in Thanos' Bound Souls pile. The Mad Titan. Each other player reveals their hand and discards all cards with the same card name as any card in Thanos' Bound Souls pile. Alright, so let's look at a villain group. So here we've got, this is the Infinity Gems. Yes, we got the Infinity Gems here. So this is the Power Gem. Ambush Power Gems gain a shard for each Master Strike in the KO pile and are stacked next to the Mastermind. Put this into your discard pile as an artifact. Artifact once per turn, you get +2 fighting. Mind Gem. Ambush. Mind Gem gains a shard for each Scheme Twist in the KO pile and are stacked next to the Scheme. Fight. Put this into your discard pile as an artifact. Artifact once per turn, you get +2 recruitment. Soul Gem. Ambush. Soul Gem gains a shard for each villain in the city. Fight. Put this into your discard pile as an artifact. Artifact. Whenever you defeat a villain, put a shard on Soul Gem from the supply. Once per turn, you get plus fighting equal to the number of shards on the Soul Gem. Reality Gem. Ambush. Reality Gem gains a shard for each Infinity Gem villain card in the city or in the escape pile. Fight. Put this in your discard pile as an artifact. Artifact. Before you play a card from the villain deck, you may first reveal the top card of the villain deck if it's not a Scheme Twist. You may put it in the bottom of the villain deck. If you do, gain a shard. And then we got Time Gem. Ambush. Play another card from the villain deck. Time Gem gains shards equal to that card's printed victory points. Fight. Put this in your discard pile as an artifact. Artifact. When you play this artifact, take another turn after this one. Use this ability only if this is the first time any player has played the Time Gem in this game. And another Reality Gem. And then we got Space Gem. Space Gem gains a shard for each empty space in the city. Fight, put this into your discard pile as an artifact. Artifact, once per turn, you may move a villain to another city's space. If another villain is already there, swap them. If you moved any villains this way, you gain a shard. So you got 2 space gems there. So, what happened there with the reality? What's there? But let's look at this last villain group here. So this is the Kree Star Force. So we got Ronan the Accuser. Ambush, each player simultaneously points their finger to accuse another player. Each player who was accused the most gains a wound. Escape is the same effect. It's kind of interesting. Now when you play solo, that's going to be kind of hard because you're going to have to point to yourself. Captain Atlas. Captain Atlas gets +1 fighting for each shard on the Mastermind. Escape, each player loses a shard. Each player that cannot do so gains a wound. Demon Druid. Ambush, fight another villain in the city, gains 2 shards. That's just any villain. Dr. Minerva. I can't remember her for the comics. Ambush, each Kree villain in the city gains a shard, including this villain. Korath the Pursuer. Ambush, each player may draw a card. Korath gains a shard for each card drawn this way. Escape, Korath adding shards. Each player gains a wound. Shatterax. Fight, put a shard on each hero on the HQ, and a player gains that hero, they gain that shard. If that hero leaves the HQ some other way, return that shard to the supply. And then we got Supremor. Ambush, Supremor, and the Mastermind each gain a shard. And there's 2 of that. Alright, so let's start looking at the heroes. So we've got 5 heroes. First one we'll look at here. There we go. Drax the Destroyer. Have an urge of stretching. This is his rare. Double the fighting you have. That's kind of nice. If you got a high fighting. The Destroyer. Each other player reveals an instinct hero discards an artifact they control. For each artifact discarded this way, you gain a shard. Interstellar Tracker. To buying. Look at the top card of your deck, discard it or put it back. Instinct, you may KO the card you discarded this way. Knives of the Hunter. That's an artifact. Once per turn, you get +1 fighting. And that's Drax the Destroyer. So here we got Gamora, Godslayer Blade. So this is a rare artifact. Once per turn, gain 2 shards once per turn. You may spend 5 shards to get a +10 fighting. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's an artifact that you get to have out there the whole time. Galactic Assassin. Villain of your choice gets no fighting for shards this turn. If you play 2 covert beforehand, this Mastermind gets no fighting from shards this turn either. So that's Galactic Assassin. Bounty Hunter. Villain gains a shard. Deadliest Woman in the Universe. Gain 2 shards. You play covert before this, gain another shard. And I think that's it for Gamora, I think. Yep. I'll just do it manually. There we go. I am Groot. When you recruit your next hero this turn, you may gain shards equal to that hero's cost. Groot in the Branches. Gain 2 shards. You may spend shards to get recruitment this turn. If you pay covert before this, you may choose another player. That player gains a shard. Prune the growth. It's basically play fighting first. You may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. If you do, gain a shard. Then you got Surviving Sprig. When you draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn, draw an extra card. And I believe that's going to be it for Groot. Yeah. All right, let's look at Rocket Raccoon now. Vengeance is Rocket. Tech first, you get +1 fighting for each Master Strike in the KO pile and or stacked next to the Mastermind. Incoming Detector. Artifact, whenever a Master Strike or a Villain Ambush ability is completed, you may gain a shard. Gritty Scavenger. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Trigger Happy. If you play Guardians of the Galaxy card before this, you gain a shard for each other Guardian Galaxy hero you played this turn. And I think that might be it for Rocket Raccoon. Yep. So just one more to go. And of course we know who this is. This is going to be Star-Lord. Sentinel Starship. Artifact, once per turn, gain a shard for each artifact you control. Implanted Memory Chip. Artifact, once per turn, draw a card. I like that one. Element Guns. Artifact, once per turn, gain a shard. Well, artifacts with Star-Lord. I kind of like that. Legendary Outlaw. Choose an artifact any player controls with a once per turn ability. Play a copy of one of those abilities. Yeah, that's Star-Lord. So there you go. This is the Legendary Guardians of the Galaxy expansion. We looked at all the cards here, and yeah, look forward to recording some games with these guys in the future. I already got, I think, 4 other games I think already planned before I even look at this, but we'll see. Not all of my recorded games actually make it to my channel because sometimes they, you know, something goes wrong. I probably lose about a good 25%, I think, of my videos anyways. I try my best, but sometimes videos just go wrong. But anyways, yeah, again, this is the Play Property channel, and yeah, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.